Imagine waking up one morning with a brand new sense. You look outside and, along with colors and shapes, you can now see shimmering lines stretching across the sky, an invisible web crisscrossing the Earth. These lines aren't clouds or beams of light. They're the Earth's magnetic field, painted into your vision like a built-in compass. Sounds like a superpower from a comic book, right? But here's the twist. Some animals actually have it. Migratory birds, for example, can see the magnetic field in a way we can't even imagine. They use it to navigate thousands of kilometers with pinpoint accuracy, crossing oceans, deserts, and mountain ranges without GPS, maps, or even a "where am I" panic. And they do it year after year, finding the same tree or the same tiny patch of beach as if they'd left a bookmark in the world itself. How? You might picture a tiny metal compass in their heads, or maybe some iron particles in their beaks acting like nature's navigation chip. For a long time, scientists thought so too, but the real answer is far stranger and far more beautiful. It's hidden in their eyes. And to understand how it works, we'll have to dive into the bizarre meeting point of biology, chemistry, and quantum physics. Let's start with the problem. Imagine you're a bird flying over a vast ocean with no landmarks in sight. The sky is a perfect blue, the water stretches endlessly, and the wind pushes you in unpredictable ways. If you had our human senses, you'd be lost within minutes. Sure, humans invented compasses, GPS, and maps, but birds have none of that. And yet, year after year, they find the exact route, sometimes to within just a few meters. Early scientists suspected something simple. Maybe birds carry tiny bits of magnetite, a natural magnetic mineral, in their beaks or brains. This would let them detect the pull of Earth's magnetic field, like a compass needle hidden in their heads. And indeed, some animals, like certain bacteria and turtles, do use magnetite. But here's the weird twist. Migratory birds can still navigate even when the magnetite sensors are disrupted. It's as if they had a backup system, one that didn't rely on any hardware compass at all. That led researchers to an almost unbelievable idea. What if birds could actually see the magnetic field directly, layered over their normal vision? Not as glowing neon lines like in a sci-fi movie, but as subtle patterns, maybe shapes or shades, that shift depending on the direction they're facing. And that's when attention turned to a mysterious molecule hiding inside their eyes, a light-sensitive protein called cryptochrome. At first glance, cryptochrome doesn't look like anything magical. It's just one of many proteins that help detect light for regulating circadian rhythms. But under the right conditions, it behaves like a tiny quantum sensor. And this is where the story takes a turn from ordinary biology into the strange rules of quantum mechanics. To understand how cryptochrome could let a bird see the magnetic field, let's build a mental image. Picture two tiny dancers holding hands inside the bird's eye. These dancers are actually a pair of electrons, created when light hits the cryptochrome molecule. Normally, electrons don't care much about magnetic fields. They're too small, too busy with their own quantum business. But these two are special. They start out entangled, meaning their spins are linked in a delicate quantum partnership. In this state, they can be in one of two dance positions called singlet and triplet. Which position they're in changes how the molecule behaves chemically. Now here's the wild part. The Earth's magnetic field, though incredibly weak, is just strong enough to subtly nudge the rhythm of their dance. Depending on the angle between the bird's head and the magnetic field lines, the balance between singlet and triplet changes. This chemical shift ripples through the bird's visual system, creating faint patterns or gradients in what it sees. To the bird, these patterns are overlaid on top of normal vision, like a heads-up display in a video game. Maybe the sky looks slightly darker in one direction, or certain edges have a faint shimmer that disappears when it turns. The effect is too subtle for us to notice, but for a bird, it's as obvious as seeing the north arrow on a compass. What's truly mind-blowing is that this whole process depends on quantum coherence, something we usually only talk about in physics labs with lasers and superconductors, happening inside a living eye in daylight at normal temperatures. Nature, it turns out, has been quietly running quantum experiments millions of years before humans even learned the word quantum. Here's where the analogy helps. Think of cryptochrome like a camera filter that only works when two dancers, our paired electrons, are holding the right pose. The Earth's magnetic field is like a gentle DJ, subtly changing the music tempo. When the beat changes, the dancers swap their pose more or less often. This switch changes the chemical output of the molecule, which the bird's visual system interprets as part of the scenery. Imagine looking through sunglasses that tint the world differently depending on the direction you face. Turn your head north and the tint shifts just slightly. Turn east and it changes again. That tint is invisible to humans, but for the bird it's a built-in compass overlaying reality. The beauty is in its elegance. There's no moving part, no needle, just quantum chemistry running in the background of normal sight. What's even more incredible is how this sense works only in certain light conditions. Blue light is key because it has enough energy to trigger cryptochrome's electron pairs. That means the bird's compass can switch off at night or in red light, forcing it to rely on other cues. This is why migratory birds often combine multiple navigation systems: stars, the sun's position, landmarks, and this quantum visual compass. And when all these systems work together, they create an almost unshakable sense of direction, honed over millions of years of evolution. What blows my mind is that this isn't some separate organ. It's woven into the bird's vision itself. It's as if part of their brain is constantly painting a magnetic map over everything they see, updating in real time with every wing beat. And here's the bigger picture. This isn't just a cool bird fact. It's a reminder that the world is full of senses we don't have and realities we can't directly perceive. For a bird, the magnetic field is as real and ever-present as gravity is for us. It's part of the background of existence, guiding every decision in flight. For us, it's invisible unless we build machines to measure it. But quantum biology shows that nature doesn't wait for our technology. It has been weaving physics into living creatures for millions of years, creating solutions that are both elegant and efficient. The idea that an animal's navigation system runs on quantum entanglement is not just fascinating. It blurs the line between biology and physics in a way that challenges how we think about life itself. It makes you wonder, what other hidden layers are out there? Could there be animals that sense electric fields as vividly as we see colors? Or that can detect time in a way we can't even imagine? The bird's magnetic vision is proof that evolution can turn even the strangest quantum effects into everyday survival tools. So next time you see a flock migrating overhead, remember, they're not guessing. They're reading a map written in the very fabric of the earth, drawn in lines of magnetism, painted right onto their vision. And if this made you see the world in a new way, imagine what else we can uncover together. So hit like, share this with someone who loves a good mind-bending fact, and subscribe to How It Actually Works, your key to unlocking the hidden mechanics of the universe and feeding your curiosity, one aha moment at a time.